Morning class. Today we're going to be studying living and non-living things in our science lesson, and we're going to be talking about living and non-living things for the next couple of days within our science unit. Can anybody tell me if you are a living or a non-living thing? Ainsley?
Living.
You are a living thing. Can you tell me why?
We breathe, we grow, and eventually we can make more of ourselves.
That's very good. What about your brother or your sister at home? Are they a living thing? They are. And is that because they're the same type of person that you are? So people are living things, right? What about your pet at home, your dog or your cat or your pet goldfish? Are those living or non-living things?
Living.
Can you tell me why?
They do the same things as us, like breathe and grow.
So animals are also living things because they can grow. Living things can grow. Living things can make more of themselves and is also called reproducing. So living things can reproduce or make more of themselves. And the other thing that we need to ask ourselves when deciding if something is living or non-living is if they need food and water to survive. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to talk about is some vocabulary words that we're going to need to understand in order to decide if something is living or non-living. Living means that something is alive, meaning they can grow, they can reproduce, and they need food and water to survive. If something is dead, it means that it was once living but is now not living. Nutrients are things that provide nourishments in order for an animal or a plant to grow and survive. Food is a certain kind of nutrient that we all need in order to survive. So these are things that we'll need to keep in mind as we go through the unit. So the next thing we're going to do is just take a look to see if we can maybe classify a few different things as living or non-living based on the worksheet that I just handed out to everybody. So let's go through what we have on our little cutouts that we cut out. Ainsley, can you tell us what we have on each of our cutouts?
We have a tree.
We have a tree. That's right.
A house.
A house.
A snail.
A snail.
A mailbox.
A mailbox.
A little rowboat.
A boat.
A bug.
A bug.
Ice cream cone.
Mm-hmm.
And a little whale.
And a whale. Okay, so what we're going to do is everybody's going to take their glue stick. Ainsley's doing this on her own, and I will tape the objects up here as they tell me how to do them. We're going to classify these 8 different things into whether or not they're living or non-living based on these 3 questions. Can it grow? Can it reproduce? And does it need food and water to survive? So, Ainsley, do you want to pick one to start? A certain object?
Ice cream cone.
The ice cream cone. Okay, I like that. An ice cream cone. Let's ask the 3 questions. Ainsley, can an ice cream cone grow?
No.
Can it reproduce and make more of itself?
No.
Does it need food and water to survive?
No.
Okay, so would we call an ice cream cone a living thing or a non-living thing?
Non-living.
Very good. So we'll tape that in our first square, a non-living thing. So take your glue stick and you can go ahead and do that on your worksheet. Okay, go ahead and pick another one.
The bug.
The bug. Can it grow? Yes, it can. Can it reproduce and make more of itself?
I believe so.
And does it need food and water to survive? If a bug doesn't get food, do you think the bug will die?
Yes.
Yes, it will. So it does need food and water to die. So would that be a living or a non-living thing?
Living.
Very good. Okay, next one.
The tree.
The tree. These are always kind of tricky sometimes for kids. The tree. Can it grow?
Mm-hmm.
Because it starts out as what? Do you know what a tree starts out as before it grows?
It starts out very little.
With a seed most of the time. So yes, it does grow into a big tree. So yes, it definitely grows. Can it reproduce and make more trees? Yes, it can. And does it need food and water to survive?
Yes.
It needs nutrients from the sun, from the ground, from the rain, all of those things. So yes, this answers all three questions, correct? So where are we going to put the tree?
Living.
Very good. And let's do one more.
Do the boat.
Boat. Who likes to ride in the boat in the summer?
Me.
Me too. I spend a lot of time in the boat. Now, do you think the boats that we ride in the summer on the lakes can grow?
No.
No, when we get them, they usually stay one size, don't they? They don't shrink and they don't get bigger.
Uh-huh.
Can they reproduce and make more boats?
No.
The boat itself can't, but I'm sure the marina can.
Mm-hmm.
Does it need food and water to survive?
No.
No, it needs gasoline, which is not food or water. Okay, so is that a living or a non-living thing?
Non-living.
Very good. So Dr. Ali, this is how I would continue on through the lesson to show the kids together as a group how they are categorizing what is living and non-living.